Hey guys, welcome back to another HyperDash in-depth tutorial. It has been a really long time since we've made a video. We had the end of Season 4, playoffs, and now All-Stars. So it's been super busy, but we are happy to be back with another video. Today we're continuing the series on roles. We did pistol sniping last time, and today's video is going to be about a role that is very near and dear to my heart, cartridge. A common misconception when playing Payload and HyperDash is that you just take the weakest player on your team and throw them on the cart and have the other players kind of do everything else. To be frank, cartridge is the single most important role in Payload. This is the person who actually achieves the objective that you need to accomplish in order to win. If your team doesn't have a good cartridge, you will definitely lose every payload. Alright, so let's cover some basics. Stacking multiple players on the cart increases the speed. For each extra player that you stack on the cart, it moves 10% faster. This caps out at a max of 3 players. While the cart moves faster with 3 players, it's often not worth stacking 3 in every portion of the map because the other team can get to the cart easier without much disruption and can send explosives, ending your push and killing everyone all at once. And one more note, this might seem like common sense to anyone who's played a lot, but for the new players out there, you start off Payload maps with 6 minutes to push the cart to checkpoint. Once you break that checkpoint, you get 6 more minutes plus whatever time you had left when you broke through to push to the end goal. Alright, so now I've got those basics out of the way. It's time to get started into our cartridge tips. Beginner level tip. Never stop moving on cart. It is really important to keep that cart moving as continuously as possible so you can get to the end with as much time left. While on cart, you should definitely always be walking around in random patterns, even sprinting some, to prevent getting killed instantly by someone who breaks through your front line defense. When you stand perfectly still on cart, it is so easy for people to peek you and kill you instantly. If you're moving, it instantly makes you harder to hit. You gotta play smart when you're a cartridge. You can use the shield as cover. When being approached from the front, you can duck and tuck yourself in close to the shield for cover. When being flanked from behind, you can run around to the opposite side of the shield for cover that way. When approached from the sides, you can run off the sides and use the back bumps to change your elevation and make yourself much harder to kill. Pepper in some ducking and some creative sprint strafing, and you'll keep that cart moving way longer than you would just standing still. The name of the game here is to keep moving and make sure that that cart keeps moving as much as possible. Intermediate, backdash. The backdash is one of the most important skills in any cartridge's arsenal. The backdash is done by swinging your arm over your shoulder and dashing backwards without looking. This can be difficult at first, but after just a little bit of practice, it becomes really intuitive. It's often used when someone peeks you and you have to dash off the cart quickly to kill them. Here's an example. You're riding cart, and your teammates call out that someone has broken through their disruption. Anticipating your enemy, you hold your hand over your shoulder with your teleport pre-planned out. As soon as your enemy approaches, you let go, teleporting up to some high ground where you have a much more advantageous position to kill your enemy. This allows you to keep the cart moving and minimize the downtime. Alright, and for the advanced cartridges out there, jiggling charge shots. Jiggling charge shots is a little known tactic. I want to say it's a CLNM exclusive, but here we go. So basically you're riding cart, you're constantly moving, and then at certain points you quickly jiggle out to the side, releasing charge shots. These charge shots bounce, damaging or even taking out enemies at key points who are trying to flank the cart and end your push. This isn't exactly the most intuitive thing to do. However, with a little bit of practice, you'll get pretty good at it, and you'll find that it adds another layer of depth to your offense. Alright, so just to recap, for the beginners out there, always move on the cart. Constantly move around the cart from the front to the back, side to side, falling off the sides and using the bumps from the back to change your elevation, making it harder for an enemy to kill yourself. For the intermediates out there, use a backdash. When anticipating an enemy, pre-plan out a dash, throw your hands over your shoulder. As soon as you encounter them, use it and put yourself in a more advantageous position. Remember, you're always trying to minimize the downtime of the cart, so using the backdash helps you keep your eyes on your enemy and put yourself in a better spot so you can more easily win fights and keep the cart going. For the advanced cart pitchers out there, remember to jiggle those charge shots. While you're constantly moving on the cart, quickly sprint out to the sides, releasing a charge shot. You'll find that those bounce shots take out some enemies and allow your cart to keep going without even more downtime. If you really want to be great at being a cart bitch, pick up a shield and play around with that. These are some of the most fundamental tips for becoming a good cart bitch. But what do the other most skilled cart bitches in the league have to say? For this video, we brought in Onetime from Team Name and Kastle from Art to share their opinions on what makes a really good cart bitch.
What's up? I'm Onetime. I play for Team Name, and here's some tips I have that will help you become the cart bitch your team needs. Firstly, let's go over how to avoid dying to rockets and disruptors. Generally speaking, you want to avoid using a dash at first. See if walking or sprinting off of cart into a safe place is viable compared to wasting an entire dash to avoid rockets or a person coming to cart. Now, what you want to do in this situation, whether it be rockets or disruptors, is to predict, not react. Because if you react instead of predicting where they're going to be, you have a higher chance of getting post-dashed. Now, the final tip I have for everyone is overtime. Overtime is a very powerful weapon if used correctly. It can grant you up to 2 seconds of extra cart push time, which is perfect for getting through checkpoint or to make it to goal. More people should use it in my opinion. That's all I have for today. I'll see you guys later.
Hi, I'm Kastle. This is my advice for the role of cart bitch. You're going to die a lot as the cart rider, so really the way to mitigate that is trying to stay alive as long as possible. That's pretty much your role. It's actually a really great role for calling out stuff. So that being said, you need to know the map probably better than any other person, just because you need to know where the defense is going to be set up, where your guys need to go, etc. You need to be fast, you need to stay low. And then there's the whole role of when do you decide when to sprint straight versus dash off the cart to dash back onto the cart. Since time is everything with cart riding, that is up to you. Find the spot where you're most likely to die, and that's when you should start dashing off the cart, dashing back on. Otherwise, just sprint strafing on and off the cart is more than good enough. I could get really detailed with this. Honestly, I could make probably a 30-minute video of cart tactics, but really it's just experience. Play until you have like 1,000 deaths under your belt, and you should have enough experience to be pretty efficient.
There's so many layers to being a cart bitch that are just, we could fill up a lot of time on a video like this. We'll have to come back with another video, but definitely use these tips and check out all of our other videos. If you really want any topics to be covered, make sure you join the HyperDash In-Depth Discord server. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.